hope you're well. Gorgeous evening down by the beach. Sun's just about to set. Got Bella running in the waves. But more importantly, today's video, I had a client today, and they had brain injury a long time ago as well. We're talking, 20 years plus, and had struggled ever since. Basically, was told that there's nothing that can be done, everything's permanent. The old dogma of the brain is fixed, and once you injure it, that's that. And so I told him my story about my head injuries and my critical head injuries, and how I healed myself, and the part that perception and belief and our willpower plays in our healing, and the lack of which will actually stop the body's ability to heal. And it was interesting because this client was great. We talked for about 2 hours, I reckon. They just kept saying, "Oh, you're a miracle. You're a miracle." And I said, "No, it's not something that I can do that other people can't do." And so we talked about the steps that I actually took, because when the door was shut for me with mainstream Western allopathic medicine, I got the bleak predicament as well. I just went, not accepting that, and started a journey it's now 13 years of research into the mind-body connection and healing, the immune system and the brain, how it functions, how the brain's constantly signaling the body. And so we just started talking about meditation and the impact that played for me, getting back into my music, which was incredibly important for my brain to be able to heal. Also foods and supplements. For example, with head injury, when you have a bang on your head or a stroke, one of the biggest things that we have is oxidative stress from the brain injury. The brain stays inflamed. Special cells in the brain just keep pouring out pro-inflammatory cytokines, and keeps the brain inflamed. And there's a lot you can do. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of university peer-reviewed published data on it, that I was never shown or told about at the hospital, but I found it. My stubbornness. So basically, things like alpha lipoic acid can negate that oxidative stress on the brain and have a huge impact. The meditation, as I said, but just the belief in myself. And he said to me, "Yeah, you know what? I guess I gave up on myself." He said, I lost belief and accepted, surrendered, and believed in the fact that he was helpless. There was nothing that could be done. But I tell you what, within a 2-hour conversation with me, he was functioning faster, he was talking faster, he was remembering complex things that I was teaching him about the brain and the body. And it was just fantastic to see. And I've just noticed this so often since I spoke at Melbourne University at 2015, that people go, "Oh, you're a miracle," or "You're the exception," or "It's just Damo." It's not. There's nothing special about me at all, apart from the fact I'm just stubborn and I've got a lot of tenacity. The body has an innate ability to heal and to recover, and given the right information and the right building blocks, like I said, meditation, nutrition, then yeah, for sure, the brain can heal. It's completely plastic. It's absolutely what neuroscience has been telling us for over a decade. But it was so interesting to see how when his belief and that hope and the human spirit, or willpower, whatever you want to call it, lit up inside him, that like the symptoms of his head injury lessened. And it was very evident by the way he was talking back with me about complex complex processes to do with how the mind and the body function. So I guess this video really is just about when we lose hope and we go into that lack of faith, it affects the body. Our perception programs are constantly affecting the body, epigenetically. Epigenetics, so the thoughts that we signal the body with, states of being, choices, daily activities, and the emotion in the body, all of this is upregulating certain genetic expressions that can either be anti-inflammatory and on the lookout for precancerous cells and pro-life and homeostasis, or like the stress response, which is what fear and when you lose hope is. That's that fear response. You down-regulate all of these markers instantly. They were talking about, after a few days of meditating, these people had upregulated 1,600 new genes epigenetically. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza talked to me about when we were at Melbourne University. So yeah, it's, a lot of this comes down to keeping that faith inside yourself and doing your own research as well, and not losing this in your heart. So anyway, that's what I know to be true. So wherever you guys are in the world, sending you light, sending you love. Peace.